My name is Keelan Wendorf. I'm a professional magician. I do magic and comedy, which means I disappointed my parents not once, but twice. And yeah, there's that. I also love my name. Like, my parents just had a great time with my name. My name is Keelan Wendorf. That is some Harry Potter shit. What pisses me off is I was born in 95 and Harry Potter didn't come out to 97, so I have no idea what their plan was. Like, could you imagine, like, I was destined to be a magician. Like, what else would I be doing? Like, would you, like, I mean, I would trust a guy that sold insurance named Keelan Wendorf. It kind of sounds like you're obsessed with this. I'm not gonna lie. My dad was actually the first person to show me a magic trick. He disappeared and only showed up on the weekends. I'm messing with you guys. He was there for holidays too. But my dad was the first person to show me a magic trick. My grandpa was the first one to teach me a magic trick. Do you guys want to see the magic trick my grandpa taught me? Yes. All right, let's do this. I have this wonderful box of magic behind me. So he pulls out a handkerchief, shows both sides of the handkerchief for me, okay? He covers his hand. He says, all you need in life is money. So he takes his hand, shows both sides of his hand, covers and pinches the center of the handkerchief. He gives it a little massage. And everybody on the count of three, ready? 1, 2, 3. So magic is one of the weirdest, well, magic and comedy are two very weird art forms. Let me explain. They're the two art forms that you have to prove on the spot that you can do them. For instance, what do you do? You're a doctor? It's amazing. It'd be weird if I asked you to do something right now, right? That's how it is doing magic and comedy. It's like, can you like perform like a vasectomy right now? So my girlfriend's like, hey babe, I know you're doing shows this weekend, but Mercury's in retrograde. And I might get angry because of like the forces at nature. So I just don't want to fight this weekend. And I was like, okay. But do you realize what you just said to me? Let me put this in a perspective that everybody here would recognize, okay? I'm gonna do it in the flipped version. Hey babe, the Bears are playing Sunday. If they lose, I'm gonna be really angry. So if I'm mad, I'm sorry. That's how it sounded to me.
So here's the thing. I want to just do something with somebody here. Who's ever thought of being a magician before? You are way too excited. How much did you drink already? You just love magic? I love how she was excited. I love magic. Come up here with me.
Hunter told me he was autistic.
I am.
And I out of curiosity, I asked him, do you like trains? Which he said yes. Ironically, a train is how he was conceived as well.
That's fun. I like that. That's cool.
Does anybody here have a weird fear by chance, too? A weird fear? Wait, what? What was that? Birds? I mean, I showed one earlier, but... went way over your head. Mine is public bathrooms, but not for the reason that you think. It's not the fact that they're dirty. It's the fact that you're sitting there and you hear the door open, and there's that one person that sits at like the sink, and they make weird, awkward eye contact through the crack at you through the mirror. And that scares the shit out of me every time. And over the years, I've learned how to get over this fear. See, what you have to do is when you're sitting there, you have to assert your dominance and just open the door and stare back.
It's interesting, my girlfriend always asks me, she's like, hey, since you work at a dealership, can you look at my car for me? It's making a weird noise. And me being me, I'm like, what kind of noise is it making? Can you make that sound for me? So she goes, yeah, and proceeds to make the sound. Does everybody knows who Yoko Ono is, right? So I go, can you make the sound of what your car is doing? And she goes, yeah! And I'm like, do that one more time.
I'm also a caregiver for my mom. My mom had a liver transplant about 3 years ago. And when I'm not doing magic and comedy, I take care of her. And it's pretty interesting because a couple of years ago, I got her one of those life alerts. You know, the little life alert button things? Falling down. Yeah, falling down. So instead of it calling the police, though, it alerts my phone. However, though, it's connected to a Spotify playlist that plays Drowning Pools Left the Bodies on the Floor every time she falls. Which is also messed up because I'll be in the back playing PlayStation, and all you hear is, let the bodies, let the bodies. And I'm like, oh my God, she fell.
Now, there's two things that people usually ask me as a magician. One, can you cut somebody in half? And two, can you make my wife disappear? And if we're lucky, both can happen tonight. But do you mind coming up here very quick?
What's your name? Nigel? Everybody, Nigel!
Now, Nigel, I grew up poor in Indiana because that's the only thing we have going for us. And I wanted to do something. We're going to cut you in half. We're going to do it in a safe way. All I have are 2 silks, okay? You're fine. Don't worry. You'll be okay.
You can all hear me without a microphone, right? Yeah. Right. Well, you put your hands up, like you're out, like that. All right. Everybody see my hands? All right. Pass through Nigel. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, this is awkward. You know what? I'm gonna pull back, okay? Stay still. Okay, that's awkward. Now you can take a step to the right. Is this some weird kink you guys are working out right now?